For example, 4b, they give us a little bit more to work on. So it's still the same original graph, y equals 1 over x. We're still going to be looking for the same things. We're going to be looking at how it was changed and what our new asymptotes are. You will still check in your graphing calculator to make sure that you're correct. But this one, they've given us a slightly more complicated formula. We've got a y plus 1 as well as an x minus something, minus 2 in this case. So what I want to look at is what these numbers mean. So the minus 2 is, I can look at my sheet and I can see that the x is attached to the 2 within the function. So that's going to be a horizontal shift. And if I look at my sheet, I will see that if I have a subtraction, it's going that way. So I can just write that I've got 2 that way. If I have y plus 1, that should be written down as, you'll also need to change this around, so let's just do that now. If you need to graph anything in your graphing calculator, it always has to be y equals. You can't graph this, right? You've got to move this over. So your new formula will be y equals 1 over x minus 2 minus 1. And that's what you're going to, let's not forget the brackets, that's what you're going to put into your graphic calculator. And so that's going to show us that it went down 1. So I can just highlight this guy and go down 1. So now I can just apply that to my points and I can count them out if I want to. So my new graph is going to go that way 2 and down 1. So I'm going to add 2 here and subtract 1 here. So 1, 2, down 1. It's going to give me a new point right here. This one, same thing, plus 2, minus 1. It's going over 2, down 1 to here. So I would have a new point at 1 and negative 2. So, sorry, I should have marked that one, I suppose. This one is 1 plus 2, so 3 and 0. And I can see that the asymptote that goes this way still is right between those two. So I could do the same thing to the asymptote. If I've got my asymptote is x equals 0, then I'm just going to add 2 to it as well. So my new asymptote is going to be 2. And you can see that that makes sense. It cuts right through the middle of these numbers. For my y asymptote this time, my y asymptote is 0, but I'm subtracting 1. So I have to subtract 1. My new y asymptote is, sorry, that's a little small. My new y asymptote is at negative 1, so I go down here to negative 1, and I draw my new asymptote. So now I could put my lines in, and show where they go. Got some writing here in the way, but hopefully you can see the idea. And my new graph shows up there. 2 over that way, 1 down that way. So my asymptotes, my x asymptote is at 2, and my y asymptote is at negative 1. Now you should be able to get the same results by plugging this into your graphing calculator, remembering that the brackets have to be on the bottom here to make sure that everything stays on the denominator.